What's good, everybody? We are back again for another episode of the No Hedging Podcast. I go by the name of Rip 16, the GOAT.
I'm Ty the Fly Jet.
And we are the Mighty No Hedging Podcast duo, back for week 5 in Bruh-man language of NFL action, man.
Yes, sir.
Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. A lot of exciting things going on right now.
Big dubs.
A lot of turmoil.
Big dubs. Y'all know what time it is.
Yes.
Y'all seen it.
One big dub.
Big dub.
As you can see, we're going to talk about the Giants at some point during this show because
We always do.
New Yorkers can't help it. But like I said, make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. And anything you want to tell the people before we get into it, man.
Nah, we about to get right into it. Ain't nothing else to talk about. Y'all seen what happened week 4. Y'all saw what happened. We about to talk about it. Nothing else to talk. Let's go.
It sounds like you want to do a little segment we like to call GOAT Talk.
Nah, we about to get it.
You want to do GOAT Talk
Nope.
today?
No go talk.
Well, I do. Can I get a Stone Cold Steve Austin? What?
Okay.
That still sucks. Listen, man. This is the time where you gotta pull your cojones out. What? This is gonna test your fortitude. This is gonna start pushing you. You know what I'm saying? It's some bye weeks going on. It's some injuries going on. It's a lot going on. You might have fantasy turmoil. You might be doing great in fantasy. You might have bet turmoil. You might be doing great in bet. I don't know where you're at, but wherever you're at, this is where you find yourself. What? This is the point in the season where, you got to make some plays. You got to make some movements. You might have to make some adjustments in your strategies, regardless of how you like to bet, how you like to parlay. If you're running straight bets, it don't matter. This is the part where you make a move. And this is the part where greatness happens. You know what I'm saying? So if you down in the dirt, got your tits in a ditch, as some like to say, this is the part where you get the fuck up. And you dust your hands off and you make a play happen.
What's L?
So like I said, man, make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into another wonderful segment. It's a segment we like to call Takeaways.
Takeaways. Let's go.
What do you got?
All right, man. So we are in week 4 of the NFL season.
5.
And, week 5, technically. Yeah. And one of the things that kind of stood out to me this week is the stacking of injuries across the league, specifically in the wide receiver room.
Yeah, wide receiver 1 is taking a beating right now.
Yeah, you got receivers getting sacrificed for the team's first victory.
Yeah.
Example, Malik Neighbors goes down.
I'm looking at one.
Out for the season. Team won. Tyreek Hill goes down. Out for the season. His team won. Got a lot of other receivers out already as well. CeeDee Lamb. There's a whole bunch of receivers that's just been banged up. And it's kind of early in the season, but
Very.
Good thing about it being early in the season, the ones that are expected to return, they will definitely return with enough time to, play and have some sort of impact on their team. But unfortunately, it's the players that aren't going to return is the issue,
Yeah, I mean, that's a big deal. I mean, like you said, like you alluded to, the players like McLaurin and even like Pearsall and even quarterbacks and stuff happening too. It's just the injuries, especially in the wide receiver department, just really stacking up. And I think that makes it so difficult for a lot of teams to kind of establish a rhythm. You kind of want to do that at the beginning of the season where you work out your kinks, you get your timing, your offensive timing and everything down. Like, you start working on these things at this point in the season. But when your best wide receiver is out, that kind of changes the whole game plan. Like, some of those players are the decoy and open it up for the other wide receivers. But, I mean, what do you do?
Yeah, because this part of the season right here is like where the offenses start to mesh a little bit, like you're saying, right? It start to click. Obviously, beginning of the season, first couple of weeks, the defenses have a little bit of an advantage. Offenses, they start to catch up around week 4, 5, 6, build a relationship, a connection. They know who they are. But then when you have a receiver, specifically a receiver 1 goes down, that kind of changes the whole dynamic of the team and the offense, the play calling, everything. So,
yeah.
Next man up.
Speaking of that, parlaying that, another takeaway I know that you wanted to speak on are your G-men who managed to sacrifice Malik Neighbors for the win and get their first win of the season, debuting Jackson Dart.
Yes.
Jackson Dart looked pretty good. You know what I'm saying? He brought a lot of energy.
Juice.
He scrambled a lot.
Yeah, he did.
Like a lot. That's a little bit of a concern that he ran so much, but I mean, you know what it kind of reminded me of? And I wanted to get your take on it. It kind of reminded me of that one good season that Daniel Jones had when he was running like the rent was due, but he was also making some pretty good passes in between there too. But the threat was he was taking off running so much, and it was that year him and Saquon both had like very good rushing years, and I think they made the playoffs. Yeah. Jackson Dart on Sunday kind of reminded me of that against the Chargers. The way he was taking off running when the play break down and they was after him, he just took off and he just made another play happen. Yeah. He extended the drive. And he made some passes here and there that was like, okay, I can see something with this guy. So, I mean, that's exciting, but like, where do they stand with Malik Neighbors out?
Got to get more creative. Next man up. I mean, we still got receivers that we trust, that are reliable. We got Darius Slayton that steps up into a starter role. Wan'Dale Robinson is our possession receiver. He didn't get that many targets, but I feel like Jackson has a better relationship or rapport with Slayton right now. Jalen Hyatt steps up into the depth chart a little bit, gets on the field, gets a little bit more plays. Really want to see Jalen Hyatt explode a little bit. He's a speedster that we drafted out of Tennessee a couple years ago. Haven't really seen him to use yet that we expected him to be. But, just kind of going back into Jackson Dart, from what I saw, great performance. The one thing that stood out to me was he protected the football. He did not turn the ball over.
Yeah, he did.
He stood poised. He was poised in the pocket. Our offensive line protected him, gave him time to do what he needed to do. He took some sacks that I didn't really like or I didn't agree with, that I felt like he could have at least threw the ball away. Seems like when he scrambles, he likes to go to his right more so than kind of scramble to the left side. But other than that, I think, he played very well, poised, had swag. He knew what was going on. He delivered the football in the middle of the field, threw accurate passes. The receivers caught the balls.
He wasn't right-handed, right?
Yeah, he's right-handed.
That makes sense why he didn't want to go left.
But, other than that, he did scramble. One thing that, we all get concerned about is when quarterbacks take hits and drop their shoulders like they're running backs.
He was trying to do that a little bit. It was like, you got to chill, bro.
Yeah, you got to chill, bro. But at the same time, it's like, we like that shit, though.
You like it. You like the grit.
It fires the team up.
You like the grit. You appreciate the energy. But the thing is, it's like,
yeah.
Listen, we can't afford you to be getting hurt.
Yeah, but I like how we came out. We came out throwing the ball to Malik Neighbors, getting him involved. We ran the ball like 25 times with Scatterboo. He was, bringing that energy. We all know what Scatterboo brings, just rugged, mean, kind of physical back. So we like that. So our young draft class is doing very well. Now, on the defensive side of the football is what stood out to me the most. I enjoyed a lot of pressure. We got a lot of pressure from our front four. Drew Phillips is an underrated nickel corner. He got an interception, plays very sticky coverage, a lot of PBUs. Sexy Dexy got an interception, almost ran that shit in for a touchdown.
Yeah, his alternator went out.
Yeah, so this was like the best performance that I've seen out of this defense since it's been together. you know, Abdul Carter getting involved in the game. We getting some sacks. Brian Burns getting a big sack.
No, their pressure on defense was there all day.
Yeah, all day.
And now,
granted, you know, you had some Chargers out.
The Chargers' offensive line was really
Joe Alt, Rashawn
depleted.
Slater. They were out, but
they was down like 3 offensive linemen. So I mean, that's the. I give the Giants credit because the pressure was there from start to finish, and they did manage to, like you said, just keep Herbert kind of contained
and uncomfortable.
It was a couple plays where Quentin Johnston, you know, made some catches. It was a couple to Keenan Allen. They still haven't been able to get Ladd McConkey involved. But the pressure was there, and that definitely stood out. Now, I don't know how much of that is the defensive pressure being really great or the offensive line being really banged up. Probably a combination of both. But to their credit, they were able to close the game. Even when the Chargers started rallying, started making plays, started making it happen, they were able to close the game, which is something we always talk about. You know,
you got to finish. And that was the problem with the Giants for decades. Pretty much a decade. You can't finish the games. We get in the red zone. What I like too is we got in the red zone. We scored touchdowns. You know, there was some occasions where on that pick, the interception that Dexter Lawrence got, we got 3 off of that. Should have got a touchdown off of that. I still want to see a little bit more creativity with the play calling out of Mike Kafka. He ran 2 same plays in the red zone. Like ran a run play, same formation, picked up 2-3 yards, then same formation, ran it again. There's no trickery. There's no misdirection. There's no confusing the defense like with their eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to see where teams are making the defense go one way because motion is going that way, and then you bring the ball this way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it seemed like they was trying to do that a little bit, at least until Malik got hurt. And when Malik got hurt, it was like, all right.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's always the first 15 plays are scripted. So that's why that first drive was beautiful, right? It's all scripted, all written out, like this is what we're going to run. But then after that first 15, it's like, all right, Mike Kafka, what we doing? Now you need to understand what the defense is doing, and you need to be able to call plays based off of that. So, I don't know. I think we played a good game. It was a complete game. There's still some things we got to clean up.
For sure.
But we can take that into New Orleans this week and on the road. And I think we have a chance of getting a dub there. Just got to make some adjustments without Malik Neighbors.
I agree. Now, another game that stood out, it was actually 2 games that stood out to me as personal takeaways. One of them being the Seattle and Arizona Thursday night game, right? This was a game going into it. It's a division matchup, but it's one of those games because it's just 2 teams that maybe because we're in Atlanta, we don't encounter Arizona Cardinal fans or Seattle Seahawks fans that much. You know what I'm saying? It's teams that we just don't really encounter that much. So it wasn't like super high on the board, but the game actually was interesting to me for a couple weeks. For a couple reasons. One, because it was a division game, but for 2, starting off for about 3.5 quarters, Marvin Harrison and Kyler Murray looked like they didn't know each other. I don't know what was going on with Marvin Harrison because I seen Kyler Murray trying to get him the ball. He was trying. And Kyler catches a lot of flack.
He does.
But a lot of that wasn't his fault because he was throwing very catchable passes.
Yeah, drop passes.
It was a lot of drop passes. It was
miscommunication on routes.
Yeah, and it was some subpar to mid running going on for a lot of that. You know, they kind of improved it. Trey Benson kind of picked it up a little bit. But Marvin Harrison clicked in late in the game, 4th quarter, right? And it was like once he made that first catch, it was like, okay, we kind of just need to see one going in. Like, so he made that catch. Then he makes a beautiful high point catch for a touchdown over the defender, a good defender at that.
Yeah.
And that was kind of what you want to see out of Marvin Harrison. That's kind of what they expected. You know, he's coming in to fill some big shoes after Larry Fitzgerald retires. You know, this is kind of the guy after he retired that we like, all right, this is the guy we want him to step into Larry's role.
First round pick, man.
And, you know, got high expectations. But do you feel like something sparked between them where they can actually continue? Like, if Marvin Harrison plays like that, you know what I'm saying? What do you think of the Arizona Cardinals?
Yeah, so I think they could be really pretty good. They got players in like all positions in the offense, right? Like elite players, elite type players. You got James Conner at the running back position.
Before he got hurt.
Right?
Yeah.
You got Kyler Murray, obviously. You know, I think he's still a dog. You got Trey McBride, which is probably one of the top tight ends in the league. And then you have Marvin Harrison Jr., who's supposed to be the expectation, who's supposed to be the number one guy. So I think with that offense, they got the pieces around them to be a good team. But, you know, you go up against a Seattle team whose defense is pretty good, and it's a division game. It's going to be one of those battles where it's like one mistake can make or break the game.
No, for sure. I mean, it's very small differences or small margins of error when you're playing against a pretty good team, but even smaller when you're playing in a division game. So, yeah, I mean, I think they do have a chance if that spark is legit. I mean, that's kind of what a lot of people have been saying about them. I dabble in the comment sections here and there across the net, and a lot of people feel like Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison just don't click. But I did see it at the end of that game, which if that works, it can be special with Kyler Murray's ability to move. He throws a lot of off-balance passes, which I don't necessarily love. But, I mean, if you can execute them and you got a wide receiver who can snag them, then, hey, you know, you make it work.
He throws a nice deep ball,
but
too.
He does. He does. So, I mean, you know, that's one of my takeaways that I seen. Any last one? I think the only other thing was a big deal was
the game that barely...
The game of the week.
The game that didn't exist.
The game that don't even fucking count, kinda.
Yeah.
It was the Packers versus the Cowboys. Ended in a 40-40 tie.
Doesn't it feel like a tie is a loss?
Kinda.
It feels like it's a loss. I can't leave a game with a tie and feel like I won.
Yeah.
You leave the game with a tie and it's like, damn, we lost. Kinda. Nah, but that game was really good. I mean,
again, no defense.
No defense once again, but the passing from these quarterbacks. Dak Prescott had a crazy game. I think he threw over 300 yards. He went like 40. He went like 31 of 40 or something like that. Super efficient.
Even with Micah Parsons chasing after him, that
yeah,
O-line
super
was kind of
efficient.
blocking for him. I ain't gonna hold you.
Javonte Williams looked like he RB1 over there for sure. He's a beast. He's a stud. And speaking of Micah Parsons was trying to get at him all night. But the one time he did get him was when it mattered. And that's when he stopped that touchdown that Dak was scrambling. He almost went in the end zone, but he caught him from behind. Pause. And he stopped him from going into the end zone. So he showed up when it mattered.
Yeah, he did. I mean, my concern, though, is a little bit on the Packers end. I have higher expectations out of the defense than to be giving up 40 points.
Yeah.
To anybody, first of all, but especially to the Dallas Cowboys without CeeDee Lamb. To their credit, they used Turpin pretty well.
Oh yeah.
George Pickens is a great option to have now, because when CD is out for whatever reason, you still got, you know, a viable wide receiver one that you can use. And I can't think of the name of the third wide receiver. I'm missing.
Tolbert.
Is it Tolbert?
Yeah, number one.
I felt like it was somebody else, but they do use Tolbert and Turpin very well. I like how they mix it up and use a little bit of creative play design. Dak delivering the ball pretty well.
A lot of Ferguson too, Jake was tight end.
Yeah. So I mean, they've been able to make this offense look a lot better than kind of we expected them to look. Yeah. To be honest. But
they're gonna be in shootouts every week.
They in shootouts every week. I just didn't think that they would be able to be in that much of a shootout, to be honest. Yeah. But they are. because they've managed to generate a run game.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think that makes a huge difference. But it's just that the Packers' defense is a little bit concerning. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if the offense is getting off of the field too fast, some of the drives or what, but
I'm not concerned about the Packers defense. I mean, it was just one of these games where it was offense was the key. It was everybody was scoring, everybody was throwing all across the field. Jordan Love had a good game throwing the ball as well. The Packers defense is really good. Really good. They got some Georgia Bulldogs over there. Like they on the defensive side of football in every level. Pass on the line, the linebackers, and in the secondary. So I think they're gonna be all right. It's just this was one of those games where they just couldn't get to Dak enough. Yeah. And that might be credit to the Cowboys offensive line. And that kind of set the tone for the game.
Okay. I mean, I'll accept that for now. It's just something to watch.
Yeah, but Jordan Love almost screwed that game up at the end, running the clock all the way down, then trying to make doing a play on third down. God. Lucky it was 1 second left to kick the field goal to get it to overtime. God. Yeah, would have tied up.
Nerve-wracking. But
yeah.
Speaking of nerve-wracking teams and teams that are strong and leading the pack, we got another wonderful segment around here. It's a segment we like to call Besides the Eagles. Still undefeated. And we was talking at the beginning of the season how they kind of look sloppy. They barely won, did this, that, and the third, but they are undefeated. Don't play with that gangster. But besides the Eagles, I got an interesting team on the radar.
Who that?
It was the team that this segment was originally named after. And that's the Chiefs.
Are they back?
Besides the Chiefs?
Are they back?
Are they back? The Chiefs have managed to do it once again. The thing what they consistently do for the past maybe 4 years. We have all these questions about, okay, who's the wide receiver one? Since Tyreek Hill left. Mm-hmm. Who's going to be the wide receiver? Who's going to be the wide receiver? Then next thing you know, you get Rashee Rice show up. Then next thing you know, you get Xavier Worthy. Mm-hmm. Then Rashee Rice gets suspended this season. Then Xavier Worthy gets injured in a game.
By his own teammate.
Mm-hmm. And you're like, what are the Chiefs going to do at wide receiver again? What are they going to do? Then next thing you know, you start showing up. Taquan shows up. And it's like somehow Andy Reid is like a wide receiver whisperer or something. He just keeps showing up with these guys when we have no idea what a wide receiver core is going to generate from. But, you get guys that show up. Even like MVS, when they won that last Super Bowl, MVS showed up and had himself a good game in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, they just got Worthy back. And then they're going to get Rashee Rice in 2 more weeks. So, does this put them on the map to say that they back contender?
I mean, that was the issue to begin with. Like, they had guys down. They had guys out of the lineup. And once again, it's a scenario in which they just need filler guys.
Yeah.
They need guys to fill those roles for the meantime, in between time.
Yeah.
And then what happens as they fill those roles in the meantime, they build a connection. They build a rapport with Patrick Mahomes. So now when they at full strength, now you have another guy you have to watch out for, like Juju Smith-Schuster, right? He's a fill-in guy. But he's like the, quote-unquote, he plays like the role of Travis Kelce, essentially, because Juju is not taking the top off of nobody.
No.
Juju is more so the interior, inside the numbers type of receiver like Travis Kelce is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He'll get a quick little 5, 6, 7, 8 yard pass and get a first down type thing. So he's a fill-in guy. Travis Kelce ain't doing right. All right, Juju. Right? Xavier Worthy ain't in there. Okay, Thornton. You know what I'm saying? And now when everybody comes together, now you got to be now Patrick Mahomes has trust with the other guys that filled in. And that's when they get dangerous because now they get real creative. Now you got all these different options. Same thing Hollywood Brown, fill-in guy. You know what I'm saying? But that was their issue. Receivers, injuries, they weren't themselves, trying to figure things out. But the real question is that victory against the Ravens like an indictment on the Ravens defense or Lamar Jackson when it comes to playing the Chiefs?
I mean, I said it last week that they was on thin ice. In this very segment, I said that the Ravens, I don't know if I'm completely ready to say that they're a pretender. However, you got to be able to win against good opponents.
Got to.
In order to be a true contender.
Got to. Lost to too many.
And they've lost to you lost 3 games already.
And it wasn't pretty. They weren't pretty losses.
No,
they were bad. They got beat up.
You blew a lead against the Bills. You got pummeled by the Lions.
Yep.
And then you turn around and got your ass beat again by the Chiefs. Who aren't even completely at full. They haven't even reached their final form. And you just got pummeled. So my whole thing is the Ravens, like I already said, you was on thin ice with Lamar Jackson.
Now they're 1-3.
Now you're 1-3. I mean, listen, I don't know what y'all want me to say or what y'all want me to see. But I see a big ass problem.
Yeah, I mean, this is the defense, man. They're giving up too many points, man. They're giving up too many points. We said it last week. The
defense is just not stopping anybody.
Very disappointing defense this year. I'm not even gonna lie. I was high on the defense coming into the season, but these last performances, giving up 30+ points a game, that's un-Raven like.
Right, and it's normal for an offense to take some time to start clicking and whatnot, but the defense is usually one of those things that can play well at the beginning of the season. So that's the concerning part. It was like, okay, this is just y'all.
Yeah, and you got majority of the same players. You added a sprinkle here and there, but majority of the players on that defense are the same players, same defensive coordinator. So it's like, what's the issue? Something is not right there, and I don't know.
Trouble. But yeah, so I think the Chiefs are putting themselves back into contention. The Chargers still have a very strong lead over the division because they've won 3 division games so far. They've beaten everybody in the division. First 3 weeks. Which is one reason losing to the Giants is not the end of the world. But with the offensive line injuries to the Chargers, and then the Chiefs starting to get some momentum, getting some wide receivers back, I think that puts them into contention, and they are putting themselves back in the position where they have a shot to win this division again.
Right.
So, very interesting spot for the Chiefs. But is there another squad that's on your radar right now?
Yeah, I think there's a squad that's like kind of under the radar amongst the league. And this team could literally be 4-0 right now. It could be one of the 3 4-0 teams, and that's the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, the Jags defense has been playing lights out. They lead the league in turnovers. Lead the league in turnovers. And honestly, that game against the Bengals, that's the only game that they lost. They're 3-1 right now. They're tied with the Colts in their division. But I'm leaning more so on this defense right now because that's what they're leaning on. They're leaning on the defense and the run game with Travis Etienne. Now, the only thing that we're waiting for Trevor Lawrence to start clicking with Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
That's what we're waiting on. There hasn't been that connection amongst those 2 receivers between with Trevor yet. And I think once they've pieced that together, they can really be a problem as long as that defense is doing what it's doing and they're still running the football. So I guess we can transition into the next segment, MustSeeTV.
Well, I wasn't going there yet.
Not going there yet?
I wasn't going there yet.
I mean, they play each other.
But you want to go there? Let's do it.
Yeah, MustSeeTV because the Chiefs play the Jags on Monday night. So I got into that because Jags
Can I get my clip? Can I get my, my...
Play it.
These folks got it.
Man, these folks got goddamn hitties. No cap.
Play it.
All right, so we're in MustSeeTV.
MustSeeTV. Nah, I just got ahead of myself a little bit.
Yeah,
I get excited. But the Jags, they just went on the road. They beat San Francisco on the road. Even though they was a little banged up, but that's a tall order, right? You know what I mean? It's the 49ers. They're on the road. You don't expect Jacksonville to go out there and win. And they win. They had a pretty good control of the game. Punt return for a touchdown. You know, Travis Etienne, big time touchdown run. You know, defense getting turnovers, 2 interceptions, crucial interceptions. And now they go back home to play the Chiefs on Monday Night Football in front of the world.
You can finally see them.
You can finally see them. You can finally see them. And this is their opportunity to prove that, hey, they are a legit contender if they can beat the Chiefs, because as we've seen in recent years in the playoffs, they had an opportunity to beat the Chiefs when the Chiefs went and won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they did.
And they lost the opportunity. But here's the opportunity to kind of rewrite the ship, so to speak, and get the get back.
Yeah.
You know, so if they beat the Chiefs at home on Monday Night Football, that puts them at 4-1. Yeah. They beat the Chiefs. They beat the 49ers. And now we need to be talking about this Jacksonville Jaguars team.
I would say that definitely puts them into legit contender territory if you can turn around. If you can beat the Chiefs and the 49ers in the first few weeks of the season, and the Chiefs getting back to healthier side of football, I think that definitely says a lot about that team and what they have the potential to do, you know, if they stay healthy. This is a prove-it game for sure. So I'm not against it. I'm not super high on Trevor Lawrence.
No, me neither.
But if you can string together some meaningful victories and actually win some games against some legit opponents, because your division is not that good. Let's just be honest about it. Your division is not that good. So I can't really gauge it off of what you do in the division. I have to gauge it off of kind of how you perform against some of these stronger non-division opponents.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs is a great one, a great barometer.
Oh, absolutely. And it's going to take Trevor Lawrence to prove it, because
he's going to have to play good.
He's going to have to play well. You got Steve Spagnuolo defense here.
Spagnuolo and Chris Jones is going to be after you.
Yeah, so he's going to have to get Brian Thomas involved. He's going to have to get Travis Hunter involved, and they're going to have to run the football like they've been doing, and he's going to have to protect the football because Spags is coming with these exotic blitzes and exotic looks and stuff like that. So this is definitely the test. But I think, you know, I would lean probably Chiefs on this one, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Jags pulled out an upset.
You know, I kind of contemplated it. With them being at home. But, you know, it's hard to bet against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Now, I will say another game, probably just as important in some realms. The Buccaneers versus the Seahawks. Now, this game is a matchup of 3-1 teams. The Bucs also kind of banged up, but they're playing against a Seahawks team that hasn't been that great at home, to be honest. As we discussed prior to the show, like the Seahawks really haven't been that good at home. They've only won a couple of home games. They've been great on the road. I think they lost like 1 or 2 of their last 10. Now this is a different look team because you got a different quarterback in there.
Yeah.
Couple players added in here and there, but I mean, you got JSN. You no longer have DK Metcalf, but JSN has stepped up and pretty much took over the wide receiver.
That's some bullshit.
Almost got suspended, but
that ref looked at him and was like,
ref gave him the dad stare. But I think it's a great matchup just because of the caliber of the teams. And they both have some weaponry, some firepower between JSN and Kenneth Walker. And then you also got Bucky and you got Abuka. And then, you know, 2 quarterbacks.
Ohio State receivers, bro.
Yeah. 2 quarterbacks that kind of people counted out at one point, but also reemerged themselves and solidified themselves as starters. So I think it's a very interesting matchup, a good matchup to see. These are 2 teams that I don't necessarily like to watch a whole lot usually, but I do like what they got going on this season. So I think I'll be tapping into this one and watching this one for sure.
They play good football, especially on the defensive side. I love how they play defense.
Yeah.
Both teams, they blitz. They're aggressive. The Seattle Seahawks defense, they fly to the football.
Yeah.
Them boys, they play ball.
It was fun to watch.
Witherspoon,
he's
a stud in the slot as a slot corner. Like, I'm excited to see it, especially when he blitzes off the edge and he gets to that quarterback. I love aggressive defenses. What's his name? Mike. What's the quarterback?
Mike.
What's the coach's name? McDonald.
Mike McDonald.
Mike McDonald. Yeah.
Is it Mike McDonald?
Yeah, I think Mike McDonald, the head coach. Yeah, he got them boys fired up on the defense.
No, for sure. So that's another interesting game. Must see TV. I don't know. I know which way I'm leaning, but I don't know which side you leaning with that game. But
I like Seattle.
Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
They shake you at home, bro.
I like Seattle.
I'm gonna continue to meditate on that.
Yeah.
But backtracking real quick because my overzealous friend here
I got it too excited.
brought us to Must See TV. But one last thing that I must say about Week 4 of the NFL season, and another wonderful fan favorite segment, probably my favorite segment of the show, is a segment that we like to call "Clock Out for Me, Big Dawg."
Yeah, you can go ahead and clock out.
Right
Pack
now?
your shit
Yeah.
and get out.
Time to go. Who you got?
A team that really pissed me off is the Cincinnati Bengals, but not even just because I have two of their players on fantasy that are supposed to be playing a whole lot better, and they are really doing a number on me right now. But not even because of those guys. It's because of the offensive line. It comes to the front of the congregation.
Mm-hmm.
This offensive line is probably one of the worst offensive lines I've ever seen.
It's been bad for years.
It's been bad for a while, but this one is really,
Yeah.
in the immortal words of a wise poet by the name of Cam Ward, I believe is they ass. They ass, bro. They're just bad. Like, it's just really bad. Like, what are you doing? It was one blitz. It was one blitz where it was like 3 people got through. It was like, okay, one guy, you understand. Like, he put a nice defensive swim move or a spin move or loop around or did, exotic blitz pressure, something.
Mm-hmm.
But 3, that means that nobody was blocking.
That's just miscommunication on the offensive line.
It was like they just look really bad, and people are really giving Jake Browning a hard time right now. And it's not his fault because a lot of those plays, I seen Jake throw the ball away, scramble out of the pocket. He tried to make a play here and there. He tried to push it downfield a couple times, but he doesn't have that much time to pass. Like, literally, bro don't get 3 seconds.
Yeah, he can't get in his drop.
He can't drop back. He can't even get 3 seconds to pass the ball.
Yeah.
Give Jamar Chase 3 seconds or T. Higgins 3-4 seconds to get down the field, make a move, get open, do something. And I promise you he would look a whole lot better. But he literally just does not have enough time to pass. Mm-mm. And there's no way in the fuck they're going to be able to do anything with that offensive line.
I mean, it's a Broncos defense, good front, but they do have Detroit coming up next, so it's gonna happen again.
It's gonna happen again. It's gonna.
They got
might be worse.
They got some good fronts coming up soon,
and that's the problem. It's just like they were 2-1. Now they 2-2.
Mm-hmm. You can expect them to go 2-3.
Hey, you can expect them to go 2-3, maybe 2-4. But the whole thing is just that they got to do something. The Cincinnati Bengals cannot afford to wait to the end of the season. You remember a few years ago when your G-men, they called that guy off the couch to come in and block because the offensive line was so shit. Mm-hmm. And he I forgot his name, but he was on Monday Night Football. Mm-hmm. He said such and such off the couch.
Yeah. That was Justin Pugh.
Exactly. You need to call somebody like Pugh. You need to call Few and get him in there. Get somebody in here to block or do something to save Jake Browning's life. Because if he keeps getting blitzes coming at him this fast from 275 and 300-pound linemen, it's just not going to end well. You're going to be down another quarterback. Mm-hmm. And I don't wish that on that young man because he doesn't deserve this. He just don't.
Nah.
so
Nah, but I mean, the Bengals got to take accountability, man. They got to start getting some solid tackles to protect their quarterback, man. Joe Burrow's been injured too many seasons out of his career. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know how Joe Burrow put up those numbers last season that he did.
Being a superhero, bro.
Line.
Being a superhero. And it bit him in the ass this year.
Imagine if he had a line.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, but I think at this point, you can't even wait till the end of the season. I say do an open tryout. You can find some guys at a bar drunk that might be able to block better than that.
Maybe. It's tough.
It's tough, but you just got to try because that ain't it. I can tell you that right now. Mm-hmm. That ain't it. Mm-mm. So, clock out for me, big dog. The whole line. I ain't even naming just one of you. Just take all of you.
Everybody.
And just get the fuck out. Clear your lockers.
Everybody.
All of them. I'm done with you. But none of our hearts and minds are clear from week 4 of the NFL season. Let's jump back forward into week 5. Probably one of the most important parts of the show.
My favorite.
A reason why you came here, and I came here, we came here. It's a wonderful segment that we like to call Best Bets. All right, so after week 4, last week, I went 2-1 for week 4, and you, my friend,
I'm on fire.
Had a clean sweep of 3-0
100%,
for Best Bets.
100%.
So, I mean, I commend you
Appreciate
for that.
It, man.
Good picks.
Appreciate
Great picks,
it.
sir. Let's see if we can replicate it again. Because 5 out of 6 ain't bad. If you're a gambling person, most of them take those odds any day of the week.
Yeah.
So, let's see if we can crank it up again. Let's see if we can get a clean sweep, go 6-0. So what do you got for the people as your best bet?
All right. So we're gonna try to do a repeat of what we did last week and go 3-0 again.
And by the way, you 5-4.
5-4 in the season so far.
I'm 5-3-1.
5-3-1.
I had a tie.
I needed that 3-0 week to come back.
I had a tie like the Cowboys.
I needed that 3-0 week to catch up.
Yeah, that's cool.
So we pretty much tied right now.
Kinda.
But remember, like I said, that one
that tie
is a loss.
Kinda.
So my first bet of the week, man, I'm gonna take the Las Vegas Raiders. They're playing the Indianapolis Colts on the road. They're at +6.5. You give me the hook, I'm taking the hook. The Raiders, they really could have won the game last week.
3 interceptions though.
They could have won the game last week. I think Geno cleans it up a little bit.
3 picks though.
Yeah, he's been a little bit bad, but they lost because what? Field goal got blocked or something like that.
I mean,
you know, they were in the game. They were close. They were there. The Colts.
You was in the game against a banged up Bears.
Yeah, banged up Bears. But the Bears, they got Caleb Williams throwing the ball over the place. Ben Johnson, they got all these credit plays. They're doing fake.
They was getting saucy.
They was getting saucy.
They're getting saucy. Ben getting in his bag.
So I think, Max Crosby was all up in the Caleb Williams pocket.
Yeah.
So I think that'll happen this week. Daniel Jones is going to be running a little bit. As long as the Raiders can slow down that run game from Jonathan Taylor, I think they have an opportunity.
Good luck.
Yeah, as long as they can do that, I think they have a good opportunity. But I'm taking the Raiders at 6.5. You give me the touchdown and the hook, I'm taking it. Next bet on the week, I think it's probably going to be the best bet. I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Jets.
They put up points.
The goddamn Jets. The Cowboys are at a 2.5-point favorite. They're playing in MetLife in New Jersey. Well, yeah, New Jersey. They're playing at the Jets. The Jets just aren't good, man. I don't know what it is. What's wrong with them? They just aren't good. I thought the defense was going to be way better than what it was. They went and let.
Well, they down Quentin. Quincy. I'm sorry. They have Quentin, but they down Quincy.
But they got
Williams.
everybody else. They still got Sauce. They still got Quentin. They got players over there, bro. For whatever reason, they can't figure it out. Offensively, it just seems like it's a lot of work to get Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson to connect. For whatever reason that is. So give me Dallas. It's another shootout. -2.5.
You think another shootout's coming?
Absolutely. -2.5.
I like that pick.
And then my last bet of the week, I'm going to take a division game, Thursday Night Football. I think this is too many points for a divisional game. The 49ers versus the Rams, 5.5. 49ers just came off a loss at home versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. They probably felt like they could have won or should have won that game. Shouldn't let that one slip. The Rams might go ahead and win this game, but I don't think they'll win by more than a touchdown. I think it'll be closer than we thought. A lot of the 49ers games are close, seems like. They don't really get blown out for real. So
they're a little banged up, though.
They're a little banged up, but it's still the 49ers, and it's still a divisional game. So, and the Rams, they were in a little fight, man. They had the last-minute touchdown pass by Matt Stafford to win against the Colts. So
the Colts have been tough.
Yeah, so give me the 49ers at plus 5.5. So I got the Raiders 6.5 plus 6.5. The Cowboys at minus 2.5, and then the 49ers at plus 5.5.
Okay, I respect it. I mean, I do think Geno plays better, and I do think Mad Max is probably one of my favorite pass rushers in the NFL. Mad Max will get after a quarterback every single week.
And then we saw Alshon Jeffrey spotting.
Yeah, Genty starting to break out. He's starting to show what we saw.
He's in his regular stance now. They say, all right, do you, bro.
Yeah.
Stand up. No hand on the knee. Stand up. And what happened? He scampers for about 50 yards for a touchdown.
So, I mean, okay, I could see that. What you got? My best bets, though. I got to go NFC for my best bets this week. I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles minus 4 against the Denver Broncos. And let me tell you why. The Denver Broncos allowed Chase Brown to get about 70 yards from scrimmage. He had about 10 carries, and he got 40 yards rushing, and I think he had about 30 yards in receiving yards. Mm-hmm. Chase Brown has not been playing well, right? Part of that might be O-line. Well, I'm pretty sure that's part of it. But part of it is just him, too. But you allow him to have a decent game.
Well, I think the focus was probably more so Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Of course. Well, I mean, the way they was pass rushing, it was just like, well, y'all can't block us, so we just going to keep sending people. Mm-hmm. But point being is Chase Brown was able to produce some yards, averaging a decent amount per rush in that game. Didn't have a whole lot of rushes because it was down, so you got to pass. But this is not the team you want to have a questionable running defense against. Like, the Eagles going to run. We know they going to run. So, Saquon Barkley and then Jalen Hurts turning around, like, to me, I just don't think Denver is going to be able to do enough on the run defense side. They might be able to shut down some of that pass game for sure, but I don't know if they do enough on the run defense side to be able to stop Philly from winning this game by at least 6.
I don't know, man. It's a tough one.
It's
I
tough.
think if there's a team that can beat Philly, Denver could do it. You got Patrick Surtain to lock up A.J. Brown. You got the other corner.
Well, you don't have to lock up A.J. Brown.
You got the other corner to lock him up. Then you got the defensive pressure from that D-line. It's their front that can just generate.
He said AJ, always jogging.
Yeah.
Listen,
so I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know if you even need him to lock up. You might put him on Smitty. But point being is just that I think the run game is what's going to be the differentiating factor and the separation in this game. I think they can generate enough of a rushing attack to be able to win this game, possibly by 6. The next one on the slate, I'm gonna take the New England Patriots not to win but to cover plus 7 against the Buffalo Bills. The reason why, the Bills they've been winning, but it's a couple of them games where they've been close, right? And the Patriots
so soft.
And the Patriots have been playing better. Drake May has been looking good. Defense been able to make some stops. They've been able to make some plays. I think they perform well enough to at least keep this division game tight. I don't necessarily think they beat the Bills. I'm not going to go that far. But I do think they can cover 7.
Backdoor.
They got a potential to probably get a nice backdoor cover on this game. I'm going to take the Patriots plus 7 on this one. And the last one, we don't normally like huge point spreads. Actually, you were going to take this game originally. However, the more and more I thought about it, that Bengals offensive line is abysmal. And Aiden Hutchinson and those other guys are just going to sit there and pressure poor Jake Browner all night. And there's nothing.
Did you see what they was doing to Flacco?
Oh, my God.
They were tearing Joe Flacco up.
And I don't see this being much better.
Oh, my God.
I just don't see this being much better until the Cincinnati Bengals personally send me a memo that says, okay, we hired some guys that we bringing in. Then I can have a little bit more faith in it. But, I mean, I just don't have faith in that offensive line right now. And for that reason, I think, first of all, we all know what the Detroit offense can do. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, you put them against a subpar offensive line, I think we can see what the defense has been capable of doing as well. So, I mean, give me the Detroit Lions minus a whopping 10. The Denver Broncos can go in there and spank on them like that. I don't see why the Detroit Lions can't do it too.
Right.
So, give me Detroit minus 10.
Fair.
New England plus 7. Philly minus 4. That's where I'm at. Best bets, baby.
Let's go.
But your dog was barking last week. Mm-hmm. Good dog barked for you. So these folks still got to know, who was your dog of the week?
Dog of the week, man. For some reason,
barking this week?
I do pretty decent picking these guys.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah,
you got your dog right.
2-1 on the year.
Mine's went down. Yeah. I'm not doing well with dogs right now. Yeah, on 3.
2-1 on the year, and we're gonna keep this thing going. I don't know why or how the Giants are not favored against the New Orleans Saints. What have the New Orleans Saints showed anybody that they're capable of winning a game?
Favorite is crazy. I'm going to say this. New Orleans Saints being favorite is crazy. Only because they're at home.
That's it.
And only because the Giants have only won one game.
Yeah.
So they ain't that,
How many did they win?
That far separated.
How many did they win?
None.
Exactly.
But,
how?
But I'll say this. I agree with you.
Give me the New York Giants, the G-men, to upset the New Orleans Saints in the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. The Giants defense is just playing phenomenally the last game. Spencer Rattler is going to be rattled.
Ain't it the fake Mercedes-Benz Stadium? They got Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
Caesars. No.
Oh, they changed it to Caesars?
Good. Yeah. It used to be Mercedes.
Yeah. Mercedes didn't want no parts of that.
Nah, they said, yeah. But the Giants defense, that pass rush, Spencer Rattler is going to get rattled. I know we don't have Malik Neighbors, but we do have some veteran receivers in the room that we can rely on. I have full confidence in Darius Slayton to be able to perform. He can take the ball down the field. He can take the top off the defense. He can catch intermediate passes, slants, comeback routes, all of that.
I'm excited to see what Jackson Dart can do against the Saints.
Cam Scatterbull running the football. I'm pretty sure he's going to continue on doing what he was doing.
I need him to have a big day.
So give me the New York Giants, the G-men, go big blue, upset the New Orleans Saints. Shouldn't be an upset, but Vegas said it would be. That's what the line is. But give me the Giants, man. Easy play. Best player of the week.
Okay, I'm not mad at it.
Jackson Dart coming in there with the swag, doing his little diddy bop. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see some more of that, some scrambling, some touchdowns. The Saints are tanking basically, so let's go ahead and
doing the flouter.
Let's go ahead and put that boat in the water. Let's go ahead and sink that ship.
No, I dig it, man. I can rock with that. I mean, if it's any team, it's questionable right now with the Malik Neighbors injury, but I mean, against the Saints, I'm not mad at it. I think they definitely got a great shot for Jackson Dart to get his second win of his rookie season starting. Mm-hmm. So, hey, I'm with you. Now, the team I'm going to pick, you might not like this pick. In fact, I know you won't like it. But I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the Seattle Seahawks. And my reason for it is Baker Mayfield coming off of a loss. And And he came off of a loss in a game where they were still in it. You know what I'm saying? And they was in it against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I do think the Eagles are better than the Seahawks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a crazy statement. But y'all had a close battle, and you was down Mike Evans. And you still had a close battle with Ibuka, Bucky, and you was able to put together enough plays to get 25 on the board. Now,
weapons.
The Seahawks, as I so eloquently stated earlier in the show, have not performed that well at home for some reason. I don't know why. Like, they just do not perform that great at home. Now, I do know it's some new players in there. It's some new staff around there. It's been some things to change up and switch around. So I'm not going to, just say it's impossible for them to win at home or anything like that. But they just, for some reason, have not played that well at home. And I think the Bucs, who we mentioned as a potential contender at this point, even after the loss, I think they still are a strong team. And give me Baker Mayfield trying to bounce back after the loss, man, against a Seahawks team that just hasn't played that well at home.
I like a good bounce back dog, though.
I'm gonna take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a bounce back against the Seattle Seahawks in one of our MustSeeTV games of the week. And that's my dog that's barking, man. And that's all we got.
That's it.
So make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tapped in with us. Y'all keep talking. We talk back. Hey, my prop hit last night. I had Chase Brown, J.K. Dobbins. Who else I had on that play? But it hit. Mm-hmm. Point being is props hit, and so I'm feeling proppy. So y'all stay tuned to the gram, man. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram. I'm gonna throw some on our story. I haven't decided exactly which one of those props I'm gonna throw to the people on the story, but I'm gonna put together. I'm gonna cook up a nice prop parlay for y'all to throw into the story, man. Hopefully, so we can knock their ass across their head again. But like I said, make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned with us. Tap in so I can keep tapping in with y'all. Anything else you want to say to the people?
Go Big Blue. Jackson Dart for president.
This is after 1 and 3. Imagine if they go 2 and 3. Oh my God. But without further ado, as we like to say around here, parlays, making money line plays. May all these bets continue to pay.
Yeah.
And may these bets win so we can go partay. Peace.
We out.
I got the success and kept my respect. Don't sip on no act, don't do the high tech. You